Walking with Dinosaurs at the Wachovia Center. Get your tickets today.
Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program, with meteorologist Cecily Tynan, Rick Williams, and Monica Malpass.
A man known to police tried to run down a Pennsylvania state trooper. The confrontation led to gunshots in a massive manhunt through parts of Bucks County. It's Monday night. Rick and Monica are off. I'm Erin O'Hearn along with Brian Taff.
And the big story on Action News is the arrest of a man who was on the run for hours in Bensalem. He's being held right now at the State Police Barracks in Trevose. And that is where Action News reporter Nora Mushanek is live with all of the afternoon developments. Nora.
Good afternoon, Brian. The suspect, who has not yet been identified, is still being processed by state police and will appear before district.
We are following two breaking stories right now. A small plane has crashed in Lock Haven, that's in north central PA. It was being chartered by the USDA, we're told. The Cessna was on final approach when the plane hit a utility pole, a house, and 3 vehicles. Authorities say at least 3 people are dead. It is not clear if anyone else was on board at the time. The identities of the victims have yet to be released. You can look for more information on this breaking story online at 6abc.com.
The other breaking story happened just minutes ago. The man suspected meteorologist Adam Joseph is live at the Action News Big Board. And Adam, it didn't distract you out of a great finish yesterday in that race.
Yeah, it was a little on the warm side, I tell you, but yesterday's high temperature, 94 degrees. It was the hottest day of the year, and we had that oppressive humidity. But today, Erin, slightly better as we shaved a few degrees off. Unofficially right now, our high coming in at 89 degrees, and the humidity has dropped big time this afternoon. But if we did hit 90 degrees, and again, that will come in about a half an hour from now, it would mark 10 days this year. But at this point, we have 9 days that we've hit 90 degrees or above. Last year at this point, we only had 3, so we're 3 times.
AccuWeather is sponsored by PC Richard & Son, the appliance, electronics, and computer giant. Now grand opening 3 new superstores.
First day of summer now, and we are already, in case you hadn't noticed, in the middle of a heat wave.
I know. It feels like it's the middle of summer already with all this hot weather we've been getting.
This is more typical for late July and early August heat, so we're jumping the gun big time here. It's been kind of a weird weather year, from the snowy winter to now some pretty intense heat really early in the season. And yes, it is the first day of summer. It began at 7:28 this morning. That is when now the sun is at its highest point in the sky, meaning the UV index is at its peak. So with
Wawa Welcome America live July 4th on 6ABC. Action News continues with meteorologist Cecily Tynan, Rick Williams, and Monica Malpass.
Hello again. Rick and Monica are off tonight. I'm Brian Taff along with Erin O'Hearn. Tonight on Action News, a grandmother's anguish after the murder of her grandson.
I ran downstairs. Oh my Lord, you done killed my Michi. You done killed my Michi.
Police have a person of interest in the murder of a Philadelphia corrections officer, one that the victim's family knows well. Also, firefight crews try to get the upper hand on flames that are approaching residential areas in Arizona. And parenting perspective, how to have a picture-perfect time down at the beach when planning family portraits.
And now the details. Someone killed a Philadelphia correctional officer in his own home. And as it turned out, police didn't have to look very far for a person of interest. The man being questioned about the crime is a member of the victim's own family. Action News reporter Vernon Odom spoke with the devastated relatives today. He's live at police headquarters. Vern?
At this hour, police have closed in on a prime suspect in the brutal murder of a Philadelphia City correctional officer. No charges yet.
Tonight at 11, it can be an embarrassing problem that strikes when you least expect it. But this yoga teacher says he can help.
Yoga can certainly bring you to that place.
Allie Gorman reports fighting leaky bladders with yoga. Tonight on Action News at 11.
Yeah.
Can't wait to find out how quickly the second concert sells out.
Might have already.
Well, right now, Rob Jennings and the Action News team are standing by with these stories and more next at 6. Backyard attack. We'll hear from nervous neighbors after a woman is stabbed right outside her home.
And a state of emergency in Chester. Curfew imposed to curb crime. We're in the neighborhoods to hear how residents are handling it. Plus, an honor long overdue. A Bronze Star 40 years after an act of heroism. Those stories and more next at 6 o'clock tonight. Now for Aaron O'Hearn, Rick Williams, Monica Malpass, Adam Joseph, Cecily Tynan, and Jeff Skaversky. Brian Taff. Good night.
Have a good night.
Watch the Pennsylvania Lottery drawing tonight, right before Jeopardy. Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program, with Jim Gardner.
Monday night, Jim's off. I'm Rob Jennings. In the news, a reward is now posted in the beating of an elderly Vineland couple. And an hours-long manhunt catches up with the suspect who allegedly tried to run over a Pennsylvania state trooper. But the big story in Action News is a neighborhood in fear and the hunt for a man who stabbed a woman in her own backyard. It happened on Betsy Ross Way in Deptford, New Jersey just before noon, while the woman's young child was inside the house. John Rollins is staked out at the scene of this crime. First, John, how badly was the woman injured?
Well, she was injured, but apparently she has been treated and released. She was sent to Cooper's Hospital. We've learned in the last few minutes that she has been released from the hospital and is indeed now talking to detectives. It was, as you say, just a few minutes before noon when she called 911 from her cell phone.
Now for Adam Joseph, Jamie Apodi, Jim Gardner, and the entire Action News team, I'm Rob Jennings. Have a good evening. See you at 11 tonight.
Closed captioning sponsored by the Fulton Financial Corporation, named one of Forbes' 100 most trustworthy companies and parent company of Fulton Bank and the bank.